Hey everybody, welcome to Nexus at Night, your weekly Vanguard podcast brought to you by our patrons, patreon.com/Nexus at Night. I have a weird baby face.
I also have a weird face.
I have a face.
Whoa.
Yeah, Root Beer turned his camera on, so that's fun. No more Nepu mask for people's imaginations.
What happened to your beard?
So I shaved for my Halloween costume.
No, you didn't shave. It fell off, right?
Oh yeah, because I'm doing chemo and it only affects the chin. Yeah. No.
Every time I shave, and people are like, "Did you shave?" I'm like, "No, I didn't." And like my students were like, "Did you shave?" And I was like, "No." Like, you had a beard. I'm like, "No, I didn't."
The worst part is I buzzed my head too, and no one's saying a damn thing about that.
Oh, we should see your widow's peak.
Yeah.
But it's like rude to call you out on that.
It's like it's less of a widow's peak than you think. It just, it's still pretty
definitely looking pretty Vegeta-y over there.
Yeah, either Vegeta or just like Dracula's weird cousin.
Yeah.
The one from Jersey. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So this is from Jersey.
I know, right? This is 3 days of growth, by the way, so it's making pretty good progress.
All right.
You did it.
Yeah. And then for the people listening to this, they're just like, what? I don't care. You're right, you don't. Because what we're talking about today is how much we hate Collab season. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shaman
King is still going. What the fuck?
It's over, though, right? Like, we saw SP, so it's done, right?
I think so.
No, it's going to be like the end of Baby Driver, where you think it's over, and then John Hamm just keeps showing up, and you're like, he should be dead. We should be done with this by now.
Please make it stop.
What, for Baby Driver references?
No, just...
Oh, Shaman King.
Yeah.
Like, Collab season was already awful, and at least for Matt, this particular collab is, like, extra terrible.
Wait,
it's not like it's gone on for, like, 6 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. It went through all of the month of October.
Why was this longer than, like... It was even longer than, like, Monster Strike.
Mm-hmm.
This started in September, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm. It did. And then we would get, like, just a couple of card reveals somewhere in there. Just
Yeah. We saw, like, what the...
Pepper us along.
The Equips effect, right? The Equips
The arms, yeah. That was with the ban list. Yeah.
That was forever ago, yeah.
Yeah. And then we've gotten, like, 1 or 2 TD cards since.
True.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, like, we got a guy who's, like, it's I think for every card in your Vanguard, he gets 2K. It's a 7K base. So with your arms cards, that's +6. So it's 13K. And then there's a guy that's like, if you discard an arms card, draw a card, and it gets 5K on play. Which, whatever. They're fine. Nice TD cards. But we've always kind of hated Collab season ever since Token Rambu when that first came out.
That, like, I think the problem with this particular Token Ranbu, at least like the Token Ranbu, right, is that we're getting it in January, but it's like already way late.
Yeah.
And
wasn't very relevant to begin with.
Yeah. It was like, could have been like vaguely not really relevant, and now it's just like no chance.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Why would they, like, make a Token Ranbu set this late? Yeah.
Why bother?
Well, I wanted to start first with, like, kind of the history of Collab season. Which, where was that first Token Ranbu set?
That was, like, somewhere in the middle of G era, wasn't it?
Pre-G, I believe.
It was somewhere in the middle of when we were in college. That's all I remember. Yeah. And Chris trying to make them
the
work.
Start of G era in that case.
Yeah, because I remember them, like the Shingen Hisatsu or whatever it was ability was it was activated at 3 damage, so we're like, oh, it's kind of like Limit Break in that way.
Limit Break at 3.
Yeah. Kind of like Limit Break. So okay, that's not the one. I don't want the one that's January 21st, 2022. Give me the other one.
It was far enough into G era that keywords were a thing.
Yes.
I want to say it was like right before G Guards, right?
I think so. Well, because wasn't it one of the first keywords that we got that was like the thing and then the effect? Okay, so something wild dance with swords. I don't care. Dex set
Yeah, G Title Booster 1 Token Ranbu came
online.
out July 17th, 2015 in JP
Oh,
and November 6th, 2015 in English.
oh my god, is that really that long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
Holy shit!
we're old.
Yeah,
Yeah, we never really talked about this set because
I should
we-
have an old gray grizzled beard if it's been that long, but I don't. So
This is possibly before Matt and I were regular co-hosts.
this is before the podcast was even a thing. The podcast started in July of 2016, I believe, because we just turned 5 years old this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is before we existed. But
Damn.
Try to place this in G era, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this came out before BTO5.
let's see.
BTO5 came out in January 29th, 2016. Did this come out? How is this related to BTO4? This came out after BTO4, but before BTO5. So, like
Yeah,
I said,
'cause-
right before G Guards.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
G-Guards were GBTO6, I thought.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first wave of Token Ranbu support did not have G Guards, was my point.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So it was just kind of stupid because they're like, all right, enjoy. And they're like, oh, here are these things called G-Guards. And you're like, do we get those? Nah, mate, not happening.
Yeah, then a year later, Token Ranbu got their second set.
Yeah. We've already been over the whole like one set a year problem in multiple different ways. Either it's too broken at the time and then everything kind of, bubbles to the top with it, or it's just not enough and then you're stuck with it for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I like this.
Mhm.
I can do hand motions and people can see it now.
Oh,
So with like the advent of that Token Ranbu thing, it seemed like they released it and then I guess they just didn't really do new collab sets as often, but now with the advent of D series, they're like throwing all these, like it's going out of style.
Well,
yeah.
coincides
At
with
least-
like 10th anniversary, right?
At least in Japan, they are.
Mhm.
Okay, right.
And like the problem with the collab sets now is we just have no chance of getting them.
Why in particular? Just
So-
because it's not popular over here?
For Monster Strike, it was pretty obvious that we were never going to get it. And the
Mhm.
reason that it was is because Monster Strike already came to the United States back in, I think, 2015, 2016, somewhere in there. And it died within a year as a
Oh,
phone game. So it's a popular phone game in Japan, but here, it's pretty much already dead. There's no reason to bring it over here.
hmm
And we didn't get anything that was even like an equivalent to Monster Strike. So, like, what's the plan here exactly?
So you have either don't release it at all, release it as a set, and don't really try and tie it into the phone game. Just be like, this is a new plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Dragon Empire or some shit.
Which
They
who
would.
owns Monster Strike, anyways?
I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
All I know is that it kills Magnolia because it's got a lot of retire options.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, like that's another thing.
But
is,
nobody
like,
even
rights-
plays that card in Monster
Mhm.
Strike, I don't think.
oh,
So it's not really that big of a problem.
yeah.
Yeah, but like the other thing is like rights issues. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
have to license that shit over here.
Well, it's already dead here, so why would
Yeah.
I don't see why that would be an issue.
I mean,
The-
just because
third
it's dead over
option-
here doesn't mean rights are any less bullshit.
True.
Fair enough.
The third option would be you just take the effects and paste it on to other
Different art.
cards. Yeah,
but
which
they still have to get new art, which is a lot.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, either different art or they start putting it in like pre-existing nations and stuff, which would be crazy. And
Yeah, but like again,
Sure.
still need to come up with like art and card name. They have to do
Mhm.
a bunch of R&D to make it into an original set, and they're probably not going to spend that money.
yeah, so
Like, I
easiest thing is just not to do that. But unfortunately for us, because all the reveals are coming out from Japan anyway, we just have this shitty season of like a month or two.
I guess there's a non-zero chance we get Shaman King.
Yeah, it's like possible.
It's like non-zero. Like Monster Strike was straight zero.
Mm-hmm.
You're never getting that set. But Shaman King is like, at least there's like an outside shot.
Mm-hmm. But even if we do, it's going to be like months later.
and by then it'll probably be just not worth the time. It's
get it just in time for Shaman King Set 2, which we know is already a thing.
worth less than the paper it's printed on by that point.
Yeah.
So we're stuck with this like shitty season 1 or 2 times a year where they're just like, all right, these are the reveals for this week, and we're like, we get nothing out of this.
Correct.
To talk about.
Didn't they also announce the Set 2 for Token Ranbu?
They did, I think.
Token Ranbu is pretty popular, right? So
yeah,
I guess it's like free to print. Basically.
I think what bothers me the most about this is Bushiroad already owns a game that uses pre-existing properties and turns them into trading cards, and it's called Vice Schwartz.
Yep.
Why are they doing this?
Because that game's popular, and they want every game to be that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it would very much like to stop rebooting Vanguard at some point.
Correct. Rebooting Vanguard is like a huge cost.
Definitely. They could also either not give up so easily, or just maybe cool it on the power creep a little bit, just a little bit.
Yes, but
or be okay with the ban list, which, if premium is any indication, they might be now.
Yeah,
because that seemed like, I feel like if they actually were more willing to hit stuff and experiment with a ban list earlier than having it be this like fine option, they would not have rebooted the game as much or at all. We might still be in an era of strides and things like that. Which, interesting. I'm wondering if I can go talk to Alternate Universe Atlas and see what happened. Like,
if they never rebooted at all.
If they never rebooted the game at all, what happens there? Which, good thought experiment episode.
What fresh new load of hell would they?
Well, it's not really a thought experiment because like we just can't possibly know, right? But like it definitely probably needs a pretty substantial ban list at that point.
Yeah,
the point that we were at. And the premium collections would have never happened, thank God. Which is super nice because the premium collections did a lot of damage.
Yes.
I mean, not just EC2, but like things like Castile, Katrina.
Yeah.
You know,
those are probably standout examples.
Yeah.
Zan, Tempest Sphere.
It's amazing how they like kept fucking it up over and over.
And gifts have affected premium a lot too.
Yeah.
So it'd be really hard to kind of like discern what would be like if V never happened.
I saw a post the other day where someone was like, "Hey, is there any good G deck where you're not using something with imaginary gifts? Because I'm bored of them." And everyone like hopped on like, "It's not. No, like they're too good." Yeah. Your one exception might be Protect because it's the least good one. But
I mean, you could play Harry ?
No, even
you could play old Harry, but that's sketch.
Like even new Harry, even though it consolidates all the Excel circles into one, it's still an extra circle.
Still says draw card also.
That too.
But yeah, gifts are quite strong.
Yes, they are.
I would struggle to find a deck that would not want to play them.
Which also bothers me about those, like the Valios V series and the Gastale Grade 3, where they're just like, we don't have gifts at all for lore reasons. Which that episode's coming soon. Don't worry. The lore episode.
I know nothing about the lore of this game, and I mostly don't care.
Yeah,
I actually just don't care about the lore in most games that I play. So when somebody starts talking, I was playing, I'll randomly playing like League of Legends or something with friends, and they'll tell me about the lore, and I'm like, look, I don't know any of it.
Yeah, which again, why bother with the?
It doesn't matter, right? Like I don't play the story mode of any fighting game I play.
Oh, not so much
I
that.
Don't care.
Like just the thing with your collab season, where like you're kind of fucking up the lore of the game if you're taking all this effort to write like stories for all of these cards.
But they aren't.
I don't know. Like you have people sort of keeping track
of it. There's like vaguely a world, right? But like there's not really like coherent story with it, is there?
I mean, I think there has been more recently because that was part of the incentive with the reboot was to bring the lore back. They stopped it in V because they got tired of doing that shit.
Yeah, they just want to print old cards, right?
Yeah, just
gotta print Luard because Luard exists again.
Which, goddamn, I know we've already beat that topic to death before, but V just being rehashes of all of the old archetypes is such a.
Oh, it's pretty lame.
Yeah.
The funniest part is just things that mention things by name, and then their new V series reboot was just that good. So you're like, oh, you just made the searcher better.
Yeah, cool. I get to search. I get to search Rising, the new Rising Nova with old Verdi. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, this is completely unrelated. Now with Heel Guardians, the original Stridevater, if you're running the V series grade 3 with that name, got so much better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Verdi and the old Verdi, who's the Stridevater.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Heel Guardians. There's so many 3s that you can reveal now.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm already playing shit like Jelly Beans too, right? So
yeah.
I have plenty. Don't worry.
Yeah, just search it off of a mech.
But I can't play Heel Guardians in Hellhard.
Oh right, because you need the. It's because of the Dudley name, right?
Yeah, you need the Dudley name.
Yeah, and the.
And it also needs to grab a grade 2 or less Dudley. For Jelly Beans. So gotcha. it couldn't grab a grade 3 Dudley Heel anyway.
Yeah. I know that in Pale Moon it's a Nightmare Doll, so there's a couple things you could do in there with it. I'm happy.
Call to rearguard to deal damage yourself? Hell yeah.
Or just if you soul charge it by accident, fish it out of soul at the end of your turn and get a counter charge off of it. Good stuff. So, collab season. Things, stuff, if we're just stuck with it for this long of the year. I can understand wanting to give yourself a break. You got to take a couple months between sets to design and print and do logistics and all that. But in the meantime, being stuck with hey, check out this Shaman King thing. You're like, I don't give a shit at all.
Yeah, I guess it's okay because by the time set 3 comes out when for us? January?
No, not that late. Should be coming out.
Oh, December. Sure.
Yeah.
At least
November then.
November is the Heel Guardian set.
The collection.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
right. So last month was Lyrical. That's right.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll already have reveals for set 4 by then, but it still feels like we pretty much are waiting on nothing for a month and a half. Just kind of not paying attention. But at least we had Premium to distract us for a bit.
Yeah. But Premium itself is going to need some kind of support.
At some point.
Yeah. That's not just V collections.
Yeah, I would like some rear guards that support some premium archetypes here and there. Or specifically rear guards.
I think having new G Guardians would be nice.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Would
shout outs to Markumo and their deep G Guardian pool.
And now their deep stride pool, now that New Dio has been put on the block. R.I.P.
Some of the Markumo strides are almost playable.
Yeah. That's, again, mentioned this 1,000 times. It's such a problem when your clan sucks for such a long time and then they keep killing your top of the cream, because then it's you're stuck with this beginning of the Bad News Bears movie level pool of support. I think I confused that. It's before they get the motorcycle kid and they start winning. Yeah, okay. All right.
Bizarre reference.
Yeah. But Atlas.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know how many people have seen that movie. Or remember that movie, which is probably more important.
I mean, there was that remake in the 2000s that was
Please do not remind
terrible.
Me.
It's not very good. I watched it during that baseball movie.
Had that one actor in it whose name I can't remember.
Billy Bob Thornton?
Yeah.
Who I kind of look like right now. A little bit. Fuck. No. I'm gonna start sitting in somebody's car and doing cocaine off the steering wheel.
Look, this is why you can't shave, all right?
I don't. My mom was just so hell bent on seeing it. I'm like, Mom, I'm just gonna look like a tired child. There's nothing new
is that wrong? Or
no, it's not wrong at all. And like even my girlfriend, like, just I went to see her today, and she's like, I don't like the way you look right now. I'm like, I know you don't, and I could see it in her head. Like, do I break up? No, he's gonna come back, but just like. If he shaves again, I'm breaking up with him.
Facial hair, get out.
Yeah, it's like that. I should just make that dating app. Facial hair or GTFO.
Yeah, right.
It's a thing.
No, but I'm gonna shave though. But only I can shave.
Yeah, but you can pull it off. I can't.
No, I cannot.
Better than I can. Like, if you're trying to.
It just doesn't matter what I look like. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you're trying to look imposing, just find somebody who's moving out of their apartment and stand in the doorway menacing. Whether you have a beard or not. Yeah, so I get... It's one of those things where we can't even... The solution to collab season is stop doing collab season.
Yeah.
Roll credits, like, there's not really anything to
I think there are cool collabs they could do, right?
Yeah.
But, like... I don't know if they'll like. I mean, like they did Detective Conan for, which is like a show that people mostly remember.
Also,
at least to some extent,
not putting in the effort to make original art and just using like screen caps.
Oh my god, they do that shit in Weiss all the time. So there's a Ruby set coming out for Weiss,
from Rooster
and
Teeth?
so like, yes, and so normally for Weiss sets they use anime screen caps. So the nightmare for Ruby is they do the same.
But
and
that's like
sure
3D.
Did.
That's like 3D animation,
right? So it looks worse.
So it just looks like you got like fucking Jimmy Neutron on your trading card up in here. God damn.
Well, not it looks like Ruby, but
yeah, but just that was the first 3D animation show.
Yeah, it's just like oh no, it's so sad.
Rooster Teeth would license their game out to,
of course,
to Weiss.
Why
they
not?
would.
Why not? I mean, it's like it. I assume Bushiroad wants to sell it in Japan. Like, it wants to sell it in Japan also, because that would be infinite value.
I think the easy answer to that is you start doing Squid Game.
No.
Squid Game set just because they have no sense of irony. No, okay.
No. That would require them talking to Korea, right?
Oh, good point. And they're like, "Hey, we're all of those centuries in the late 19th and early 20th century. Yeah, sorry about that. You want to make a collab set with us?"
Well, I mean,
no. Okay, I understand.
It's it would be probably not the direction they would go. They'd probably look for pretty much anything else.
Probably.
Also, they want something animated.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. I think it would be cool if they did collab sets for like popular shows. Well, because you got to like thread the needle of popular in Japan and the West. So it's not like you could have like Bushiroad of the U.S. doing one for them, and then
right. Yeah. So they pretty much need to land there. Otherwise, you get collab sets like Monster Strike, right?
Yep. So when are we gonna start getting more collab sets for other Bushiroad properties like Bang Dream?
They would.
I mean, they did.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get a D4 DJ set.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I assume it'll be announced. I'm gonna make a
next product stream.
I'm gonna make I have a vision. By the next, we're gonna get announced at least next year, maybe in January, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna.
When was the next product stream?
No idea. We're gonna get a D4 DJ set announced.
I mean, there's already I forgot. Was it an event in Zero or an event in D4 DJ for Vanguard?
It's an event in D4 DJ for Vanguard Overdress.
Yeah, so we're definitely getting that Overdress collab set.
Hell yeah.
What about New Japan Pro Wrestling?
Oh, that'd be sick.
Also, I know they want an animated blah blah blah.
Right, but that would be very funny. That would be too based, I think.
Yeah. I mean, didn't they have like Kenny Omega doing a promo for Bang Dream or something like that?
Probably. That's pretty funny.
let's say you randomly got put in charge of Bushiroad for a day and you got to decide the next collab season. What thing would you have them do a collab setup that just makes just for your own personal amusement, out of curiosity? And to the listener, I asked you this question too. Tweet us at Nexus at Night with your answers, because I'm curious to see what people like. If I was put in Bushiroad, what's sort of collab season?
What collab set?
What's like, for shits and giggles, like what's like trashy enough that would piss a majority of people off without being like
Game of Thrones?
No, without being like outright.
The regular show.
Yeah.
The regular show.
Okay, but like, I'm trying to think of like anime that would be like really controversial, but like.
Who's your boss monster? Benson? Is Benson the boss monster, or is it like Skips, or who is it?
Who knows, dude?
Okay,
I don't know anything about the regular show. I just know that a lot of people would be kind of mad, probably.
Yeah.
What's like a meme anime that we could...
I mean, it doesn't matter in terms of like logistics. You're the one in charge. You can be. Like,
I know. I'm just trying to think of like what a good meme
They already
anime
put Mob Psycho in Weiss.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
God, what was that one Crunchyroll original anime that was like a total train wreck? Yeah. We should do a Vanguard set of that.
That's funny.
I mean, the first thing that popped into my head in terms of like, what can you... This isn't even an anime. It would just be for my own personal amusement.
Star Trek Lower Decks.
Yes! That's the way to do it. Have you watched that?
No.
I've seen clips of it.
I watched half of the first episode and I couldn't keep... I wanted to like it. I like Star Trek.
I like Star Trek a lot. I just haven't seen it. I heard some people say it's like... I don't know. I've heard mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I've heard some good, some bad, but I don't know. It's one of those things like I'll probably check it out at some point. But I'm really bad about watching like episodic television at this point, so I'll just watch like I just watched a 3-hour movie today on a whim, but I can't watch like random television.
Interesting.
I'm not joking.
You're the opposite of most people.
No, I'm normal. Everyone else can't do math. Everyone else is like, wow, I guess I'll watch this 20 episode, hour per episode show. And but then like, oh, you want to watch this 2-hour movie? No, I don't want to spend that much time.
Right.
And then it's just like, who just don't understand?
I don't know how to square that circle with you. I feel like the fun one would be like just a Homestar Runner, like somehow.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Talk to the Brothers Chap, so you have like Trogdor as your boss monster or whatever.
It's one of the boss monsters. Yeah.
One of the boss monsters.
And Strong Bad would be another.
Yeah. All the various forms of Strong Bad Man, old timey Strong
Answer
Bad.
email.
Counterblast, Soul Blast, delete.
Yeah, any of like the old Flash animation stuff would be pretty humorous.
The End of the World and Badger Mushroom, all that stuff.
No Weebles, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean like stuff that's like more like has episodes.
Decline of video gaming.
Sure.
Oh, I this is too amusing for me. Just try to imagine like nobody would want or care about this, but
yeah, I mean, there's so many things that they could like. I don't know how popular some of this stuff is like overseas. So you're definitely like looking for like if you're looking for that kind of window, it's going to be quite difficult.
Yeah.
And so anime in general is probably the safest, but not exactly the one I would expect or like one I would.
You could like
it might be the most interesting.
There's no way they would license from an already existing game because they're like, fuck you, we got our own. So to the person who's like, Pokemon, no, that's not going to happen, probably.
So this is completely unrelated.
Yeah.
I saw somebody post about the Queen's Gambit board game.
You mean chess? What are you talking about?
No.
You will have to elaborate.
It is a board game.
Queen's Gambit collab
based on related, quote related. I'm going to say I shouldn't use the word related. should say based on the show The Queen's Gambit, it vaguely has chess pieces and is playable with 2 to 4 players. It also has cards.
I hate this. I really do.
I saw it and I'm just like, why does this exist?
You just reinvented the wheel. What's the point?
It's not even chess. It's not because like the struggle of making a board game for something like The Queen's Gambit, right? Is that you're not actually making chess. You're making a board game to make people think they're being good at a game like chess.
Which takes like lots of
you're looking
years
for
to
that.
master.
You're looking for that like that feeling, basically. Does that make sense?
To make you feel smart instead of requiring you to be smart, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the idea. Is that's the I think that's probably that. If I were to guess, that would be the goal, because otherwise, there's just no reason that this game should exist. But it was very funny when I was like, "Oh, it's not chess."
Queen's Gambit.
It has like a chess board, but they're like these like tiles and they're like these like circles on the board that you like place things in, I guess. And there are cards for some reason. And the cards have chess pieces on them for some reason.
Oh my god!
And I wish I were joking,
but we know you're not.
Isn't that the worst? I saw it and I'm just like, why?
But why though?
Anything that becomes any amount of popular, like there will be a Squid Game board game.
Oh, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
With just no sense of.
I mean, somebody already made like a Squid Game cryptocurrency and ran away with the money.
Not to mention.
Oh, that's funny.
Squid Game Funko Pops. That was another one I saw. But yeah, making a board game of the Queen's Gambit is the board game equivalent of a Starbucks across from a Starbucks. You know?
Look, sometimes you need 2 Starbucks.
Yeah.
Sometimes one Starbucks is just too busy. You gotta go going.
Yeah, because you got to melt Lewis Black's brain.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where there was a Walgreens like 2 blocks away from another Walgreens.
At least it's 2 blocks. I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. Walgreens across from a Walgreens. God damn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like one big structure that was part of like a little mall.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, with like a parking lot, and then like 2 blocks down next to a donut shop was another Walgreens.
Nice. I always think like there's like Walgreens like next to CVS like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
An endless amount of YouTube videos of the rivalry.
I guess.
You go in the middle of the street, you look at your watch. Time stands still. The edge of the universe. That's the name of the album that bit is from, if any people are Lewis Black fans.
The Edge of the Universe?
The Edge of the Universe, yeah. It's a good one.
Which is between 2 Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's probably worse, right? There are probably many more cases where there's just like Starbucks is like just right next to each other, basically.
I saw a commercial for a Starbucks, and I was like, why? You guys are Starbucks.
Mm-hmm. Do you need commercials still?
You're everywhere, and when people going to get coffee, people go, oh, like you are ubiquitous with the word coffee. Yeah. You don't need, like, Arizona iced tea managed to keep its cost at 99 cents by not euros, whatever, by not taking out advertisements.
Yeah, everyone knows there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see Arizona, you see a huge can, 99 cents, so like, I'm in.
Yeah. Yep. Except for the one gas station that puts like the shitty sticker of like $1.49.
Oh, those people are the worst.
Like, man, fuck you guys. But yeah, they don't do that. And Starbucks is like, we need to take out advertisements. We gotta get the word out there. You're like, no, you're fine. Relax.
Sometimes I think like, and this is especially true with like Taco Bell, right?
Yeah.
It's like most people like Taco Bell.
Yeah.
They just need to be reminded that it exists. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the commercial only serves to remind you that Taco Bell exists. So, like, when I was watching League of Legends World Finals, right, or the semifinals last weekend, they would just have, like, this random advertisement for Taco Bell that was 3 seconds and just showed, like, somebody eating a taco, like, and then it showed, like, Taco Bell. And you're like, and it said nothing. Like, that was the whole commercial, was 3 seconds of that. And all it did was serve to remind you that Taco Bell is a thing that exists.
Yeah. And that they're open late nights.
Yeah.
So that would be like if like this needed to be an Old Spice commercial. And I just went.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, for no reason. Yeah, it's just like you have to like make sure you see the logo, right?
Like, oh hey,
it's like you wouldn't be a very good model because you didn't let us see the logo clearly. yeah. Fiji.
Yeah.
Taco Bell should just take out an ad like it's 3 a.m. and you're hungry right now. Taco Bell's probably still open.
When I was in college, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say I saw a commercial. It's literally just when you need a taco, you need a taco at Taco Bell. That was the whole commercial.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, go ahead.
When I was in undergrad, so at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, basically this college has what we call the Strip, which is a road that has like a bunch of bars and restaurants on it. That's all.
Yeah.
The Taco Bell on that road was 24 hours.
Nice.
Oh boy.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Next to like 4 bars.
Brilliant.
That is the best business decision anyone.
And people can go in on foot, right? Like this is
you just walk there. Yeah, because there's like the bar. The bar's closed, Taco Bell's open.
Yeah.
So funny.
Brilliant. That's because there's a Taco Bell near my mom's old place or current place, my old place. That's open all night, but past 2 a.m. it's drive-through only.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what? Why? Like, why can't I go there on foot and get a taco? I'm drunk and I don't want her to know. Just
the other thing at my undergrad university, there's this place called the Copper Cellar, and they would have on Wednesdays they'd be burger night, right?
Okay.
So they would have $5 burgers and fries.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But at 9 p.m. on weeknights was happy hour. You could get any one of their microbrews for $1. So for $6,
you got a burger, fries, and a beer.
That's right.
Brilliant.
It was a good burger. It was
live from Knoxville, Tennessee. Yeah.
It wasn't like like a McDonald's burger. It was like a good burger.
Mm-hmm. Home of the
good
burger.
For some reason, whenever you got a beer, if you ordered a soda after that, for some reason, you just get it for free.
Because normally at bars, if you order non-alcoholic beverages, they just write it off your tab.
Yeah.
Like, because they think you're the designated driver. Maybe that's just like blanket, and then
I don't know. But that's how it ended up.
Yeah.
So we just hang out, and every Wednesday, like, you guys want to get burgers? Everyone would be like, yeah, of course. You go get burgers.
I gotta say the walking distance bar is so fun because you can get as sloshed as you want as long as you can find your way home. You're good. Like,
that's exactly right.
So nice.
It was a little treacherous.
Yeah.
Because it was Knoxville, so it's kind of hilly.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to walk up and down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of stairs, which are dangerous
when you're drunk. Yes.
Yeah. So you have to be a little careful, but doable.
Yeah. And Nexus at Night, the $5 burger podcast.
Hell
yeah.
That's what I'm about.
Yeah. I know this went kind of off the rails, but there's not really much.
I don't know if this place is still like that, by the way.
Yeah,
this was like I went here back like a decade ago. It was over a decade ago now.
Damn it, that bums me out. I'm like, if I'm ever there doing comedy, I'm gonna be like, hey, so my friend used to go here like a decade ago. Do you still have $5 burgers? They're like, no, now they're 15. I'm like, bye.
Yeah, there was some cool clubs in Knoxville. I think that's closed now. And then some other weird places. Knoxville's kind of a weird town.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I'm going to say is if you want more fun stories like this that are not necessarily Vanguard related, patreon.com/Nexus at Nights.
I didn't know what Vanguard was back then. I don't think it existed, actually.
2011, barely.
Yeah.
BTO 1, BTO 2.
I was just playing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. Collab season is a pain in the ass, and I wish they would either fix it or get rid of it.
Yeah.
More collab sets.
Yeah, I was gonna check to see if the reveal today is still fucking Shaman King.
Oh, is it out? No, Daylight Savings screwed us, didn't it?
Not right. No, that's next weekend.
No, that's this weekend. Nope, still fucking Shaman King SPs.
God. It never ends.
It never fucking ends.
God, Shaman King forever.
Yep. So all there is left to do now is thanks everybody for listening to the show. If you want to follow us at Nexus at Night on Twitter or Instagram. I already talked about the Patreon. Where can they find the rest of us?
You can find me on Twitter at Wiggums, 2 G's, 2 Z's.
You can find me at Plasma Eclipse.
You can find me at Atlas Novak, Twitter, Instagram, and check out my other podcast, Generation Dan. It's Gen X, Y, and Z talking about X, Y, or Z topics. Up this Thursday, so tomorrow as you're hearing this, Outer Orange, the Vanguard YouTuber, Outer Orange is our guest. Yeah. So go check that out. It was a real fun time. And that was a test run, so that means I can bring other Vanguard YouTubers on when it's my turn to pick the guest.
Nice.
So, yeah, good stuff. I can do comedians and Vanguard YouTubers. Good shit. All right.
Yeah, but can you get different fight?
I'm sure I can. That's... We've done it before. Why wouldn't you say yes to that? If I can get Solemn, I can get different fight.
Is that how that works?
Maybe. I feel like I got Solemn to do bad rating with me. No, that was different. Never mind. Yeah. You know what? Now it's a challenge. Now I have to. So...
Best of luck to you.
Yeah. Well, next week, hopefully, my beard will be more in. But until then,
I'll have less of a beard.
Dick.
I'm Matt.
I'm Root Beer.
And have a good night, everybody.